So writers use figurative language to explode a moment in their writing. They do this by focusing on a short period of time and working to develop the details, the emotions, and the significance of that specific moment. They use similes, metaphors, and personification to do this. So one strategy to explode a moment is to make everything happen in slow motion. Slow motion writing allows the reader to know that this moment is important, and it also gives the reader time to really experience and visualize the event. We're going to do this today by using craft moves such as similes, metaphors, and personification. Let's review. So a simile is comparing two unlike things using the words like or as. A metaphor is comparing two unlike things without using the words like or as. And personification is giving a non-living object human characteristics. Let's look at an example. So slow motion writing allows the reader to look around and take everything in as the action unfolds. So good sensory descriptions are really multi-layered, and writers try to incorporate lots of different senses and visual images, such as like figurative language, similes, metaphors, and personifications. It's kind of similar to what you've been working on in your name vignettes. They also try to describe the entire scene, and writers do this by focusing on the details and noticing each second of the important moment, because it's really the important moment that you want to slow down. So if we use this sunset as an example, an underdeveloped idea might look like this. The sky turned gold and purple as the sun sank behind the trees. That's a really undescriptive way of looking at the sunset. There's a lot more happening in the sunset than just that. So a better way of doing that is saying, it was a brilliant, shimmering sunset. The sky was clear and blue as far as the eye could see. Wispy white clouds dotted the horizon and turned slowly gold as the afternoon sun sank behind the trees to the west. To the east, the light blue sky spinned right into a deep purple. The dark color rose steadily in the sky, like blackberry juice soaking up into a light blue cloth. As the sky darkened to twilight, the woods began to sparkle, with fireflies blinking on and off. This is a very visual description of what the writer saw, but this one sentence up here, it doesn't really capture the beauty. Down here, it really captures the beauty. It tells us about the blue sky. It tells us about the purple that we're starting to see, right? We also have lots of examples of similes, metaphors, and personification. So in the first sentence, we have an example of a metaphor. It was a brilliant, shimmering sunset. And we also have an example of a simile. The sky was clear and blue as far as the eye could see. Another example of a simile is right here, like blackberry juice soaking up into a light blue cloth. Our example of personification, remember personification is making human-like characteristics. There are a few. So the sun sank and the sky spinned. Those are both examples of personification. So as you can see, this piece really gives us a step-by-step of what's happening. It's really exploding the moment and slowing it down so that the reader can take in everything and all the action as it unfolds. So how do I use figurative language to explode a moment? Well, I write really, really slowly. As you can see in this video, you want to really explode it, so you want every single thing to happen. Try to describe every single detail to help the reader visualize the entire scene. And then linger on important descriptions and use similes, metaphors, and personification to develop them. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to write a flash draft in which you explode the moment using 1 to 2 similes, 1 to 2 metaphors, and 1 to 2 examples of personification. Your goal is to write in slow motion. Your prompt is this. Your character is about to do something daring or risky. It might even be something that puts their life in danger. Start writing right at the moment where the character is taking the risk. Kind of like me, about to jump out of this plane. All right, good luck.